everybody. Welcome to the Ronline Report. You know this guy very, very well. He's a two-time Classic Physique Olympia champion, coming back to get his title. Joining him is his coach and trainer, the legendary Real Deal, Chris Cormier. Please welcome from California, but he's downstate a little bit right now in El Cajon, BREON Ansley. What's up, BREON? What's up, Chris?
What's up, man? And that's exactly right. Loving El Cajon / San Diego right now in camp, Cormier, training hard, getting ready, looking as good as I've ever looked, and getting ready to bring something that's very, very special. Excited.
So is this like a movie? Is this like a Rocky movie where you lost the title and now you got to get it back? Does it kind of feel like that?
Hell yeah. I feel like this is, the redemption. This is, I'm hungry. I'm the underdog. I'm hungry for this, and I'm the underdog, and I have to. I've been knocked down, and I have to get it back. So for sure, it definitely feels like that. It's a good feeling. I like it. I embrace it.
Yeah, Chris, I know we don't want to be too controversial, of course, but last year it was a very, very close decision between these two. I had no idea which way the judges were going to go. Right. Honestly, it could have gone either way, and I don't think too many people would have been upset if BREON had won. I didn't hear too many boos when Chris won either. I mean, you're both just fantastic athletes. But Chris, looking at the two physiques and knowing what Classic is supposed to be all about, why do you feel you would have given BREON the edge in that battle last year?
Right into it.
Yeah, see how I turned it.
No lubrication, no nothing.
Nope, raw. We're going raw.
Well, this sport is has been having many people thinking they know about bodybuilding. I think I know a little bit about the classic. Oh. I've been around the most classic bodybuilders.
You were one of them.
Yeah, I consider myself a classic bodybuilder. I didn't go after the bigger look when it was. It was the end thing was to get as big as possible. I still stuck to my guns and still tried to keep the tight waist with the, I didn't want any bloating in my waist my whole career. And that was on my mindset from day one, from 1983. And I still feel the same way about the sport, about the way the body should look. Even in the open, I still feel it should be looking, and keeping that same type of mindset about, bodybuilding starts with the waist and ends with the waist. You start there and then you don't go past that point of there's a look where you're too heavy. People think you just need to eat big and be big. Even in the classic, I think some of these guys are trying to have an open bodybuilding mindset when it comes to classic. I just think, you want to keep everything looking as if you made those muscles in the gym. You had some mentality behind your physique and how you present it and how it looks and how you build it. Everything comes behind an artistic mindset of real bodybuilding. It's not about, a chemical look. It's about the aesthetics, the real aesthetics of a physique, and that you pick the right exercises to build and the right mindset behind your repetition, the right mindset behind your presentation, your posing, your everything.
Chris, you are doing this interview in the Kai Green style where I ask this question and you get a completely unrelated answer, but it was a good answer. I enjoyed listening to you anyway. So.
I don't think like I think.
I know.
I don't think like I think. So you need like a little bit of education behind what I'm trying to say.
Especially Ron, he has to get to you like that when you have journalists unlike yourself, that. Good. Journalists unlike yourself, man, that have big mouths and have big talk and big game, not saying any names, that don't do their homework about the sport, don't know their history about the sport, don't communicate with any of the legendary guys, any of the coaches, any of the judges, any of the people that are in the game.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Making these big, predictions. So got to give it to you like that.
And not only that, I feel like when you make a decision on a classification like classic, it's a point situation. It's also how you feel about what you're looking at.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking at is complete physique. Did I think Breon was most complete? I think so.
Yeah.
I helped building myself. But besides that, if I feel like just wasn't your day, I'd be okay with that. But I feel like there was something wrong with what I'm looking at. I'm probably going to voice that.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're talking, if we call classic physique, if we're saying it's classic bodybuilding, for one thing, why do we even need a weight limit? Because
That's what I'm saying.
either you have that look or you don't. And if somebody comes in with a physique that doesn't jibe with what the judges are looking for, the ideals, they're not going to do well, regardless.
That are 6 feet tall, 6'1", and they got to be 220, 230, 240, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, so you can't go off of, okay, just the biggest guy. If it's just the biggest guy, the biggest frame, then that's a whole nother situation. Maybe you need to be an open bodybuilding, so you can just be out there and not have a weight class. Show your physique, do your thing.
Because Breon, you've said that unless they raise the weight cap, you're probably going to move on to 212. Because to be honest, do you really think I don't think they're going to ever raise the weight cap again for classic, because they did it twice. And if they keep going up and up, it's like, what's the point of even having the weight cap? If you have to be 180 pounds at your height right now, which is
the point.
Good luck. You'll do it, but I'm sure it's not any fun getting down to 180 this year. My gosh.
I think in all fairness, no one can really take full advantage of their physique when you got to get down to a weight class first, and then have a day and a half, sometimes 2 days to carve up into your look.
Well, there is one person, Sean Clarita. He's the only one, because he's nowhere near 212 in the 212 division. But in classic, I don't think anybody's maxed to realize their full potential as a classic if they didn't have to worry about making a weight.
Yeah, I'll have some decisions to make. I will say this, that classic physique is a lot more marketable, in my opinion, business wise and acceptance wise. There's a lot more to do with it, and a lot more play around things to do with it. So I still will consider staying in it, but it will be a tough decision, because I can only grow my physique so much and kind of develop my physique so much when you have to still have that 180-pound weight cap. So
you did the interview with Voldemort. You know who Voldemort is?
Voldemort? Who's that?
That's from the Harry Potter books. He who shall not be named. I don't know Dave's name. It's an inside joke. You get it though. But you hadn't weighed yourself in a couple of days at that point, so you didn't know how much weight there was left to go before weigh-ins. I assume you weighed yourself today?
Yes, today I was yesterday I was 187.
Oh, okay.
187.5. Hopefully we could trickle that down a couple more in a couple of days here.
Yeah. When do they weigh you in this year? What day and what's the time frame for the weigh-ins?
I want to say it's Thursday. I want to say it's that Thursday afternoon on the the 17th.
Yeah. And when's judging?
Prejudging is the 19th.
It's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, so you'll have probably something like 48 hours, maybe more, to fill back out.
That's about it. Just about 48 hours.
Yeah, because a couple days ago, you posted a picture from the gym. That's the name of the place, guys. I'm not making it up. It's called the gym. It's got the shirt on. Yeah. That's a place that got shut down by the police a few months ago because they refused to stop letting people train there. Geez, you guys aren't even supposed to leave the house in California now, are you? You're like on the craziest
lockdown like that out here.
I think so.
I don't know.
You have the worst lockdown in the United States right now. I know that for sure. Definitely.
Yes, man. We can get groceries, get food. You got trifecta sending their stuff here.
Yeah, you're good.
And we got they got the outside gym there at the gym, so they're still in operating. We also have a couple other different locations where we can go and train, and we got cardio here also.
Yeah, really not missing a beat, man. It's a blessing.
Not really affected by anything.
So they didn't really shut down businesses again. It's just they're trying to keep people indoors as much as possible.
I'm not even really feeling that.
Yeah, this guy's at 9:30 anyway. you know.
Hey, I gotta
So
get to bed, man. I wake up at 4 a.m. sharp, Ron. So
Yeah,
I gotta get to bed at 8:39.
like no one in the street or you go about your business. I don't think I don't know. I think it's just normal right now for what it is.
Seems like it's normal out here. I mean, everybody's wearing masks, but as far as where you can go and what you can do, just as long as you have your mask on, you could do whatever out here.
Who put this schedule together? You, Chris, where he's got to be up at 4 a.m? It's ridiculous.
It's just, I mean, what we need to do is he needs to get down to a certain weight.
Yeah.
He also, I mean, he's in shape. It's not like he's trying to fight to get in shape. He's trying to get those pounds down now. So it's a matter of what's needed and what's necessary for Breon to be successful.
So what are you on? 2 hours of cardio at this point a day?
Yeah, hour in the morning and about 15 to 20 after training, and then about another 45 to an hour, depending on where my weight is at night.
And you're probably on like 1,500 calories a day now?
It's underneath that. It's 50.
So the bikini girls are eating more right now than you are.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
Wow. Good Lord. Wow. Well,
that's good for people to know, to put things in perspective on how much we are really, myself at least. I don't know about all these other classic guys, but myself, on how much we're really sucking it down and really working our tails off to get down to the weight and to have a look up there that's unmatched.
So every prep, I'm sure, is obviously challenging. There's no, at your level, every prep is going to be tough. There's no doubt. But how would this compare to like the past couple of years? I remember, was Kuwait 2 years ago where you did part of your prep in Kuwait?
I was 2 years, about 18. Yeah.
That sounded pretty brutal over there. Like you were just eating like fish and water. I think you were doing like 3 cardio sessions a day or something ridiculous. Is this worse than that?
Actually, I would probably say this one's tougher because I didn't have as much muscle then. I got a little bit more muscle now, and I'm in shape now where I am, just with a little bit more water, a little bit more fat to go. So that's the tough part. I put on a little bit more muscle this time around, and to take it back down and suck it down, probably gonna have to sacrifice a little, but it's that much more difficult to bring the pounds down.
Yeah, Chris, you worked really hard with Breon to put that muscle on in the first place. So it must pain you to see him have to lose even an ounce of that muscle, I'm thinking.
I mean, I think he's came down some. He's keeping I feel like he's packed in some good muscle. I think he got more muscle. You can see it.
This picture you posted, I gotta show it. Well, we'll put it up on like the actual screen. But this is the one that really impressed me the other day, guys. You took at the gym. Or is it this one? Yeah. That I don't know what you call it. It's like a double bicep. It's not really. It's like you're going into a double bicep. The arms spread out.
Yeah,
man, so full, so round, condition. Even your legs were always good. Your legs look like fuller and rounder. Everything.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna guess in that picture you were. So if today you were 187, I bet you were probably like 191 or 192 in this picture.
Yeah, around 191, 191 or so in that picture. That was last week or so.
I put 5 pounds on that, and I have you in the top 3 at the 212 Olympia right now. Honestly, yeah.
Hey, that's I believe that I can hold my own in the 212 class right now if I decided to go in there. It would definitely be a fun battle with those guys for sure.
Speaking of battle, all we hear is this has happened at the Mr. Olympia many times too, where they focus on just 2 guys. Like for a very long time, it was Jay and Ronnie, and no one else was really in the discussion. Then it was Kai and Phil, and in those years, nobody was even talking about it. Right now, all we hear about is Bumstead and Breon and Bumstead. I'm sure a couple of these other guys are a little miffed, but honestly, is there anyone else? Obviously, you want to win. Chris is the reigning champ, so you're the heavy favorites. But these top 2 at the Arnold, Alex Cambronero, Terrence Ruffin, they're both very good. You see them being probably the next 3rd and 4th after you and Chris?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I see them. They have some heat. Those guys have great physiques, and I know they're working hard. I've seen a couple glimpses of their pictures, and they have some killer shots. So I would definitely put them in the top 5 for sure. I know Alex too, because he was very upset that he didn't make it last year. So I know he definitely wants to make a statement this year.
Yes, he was. We did this whole interview where he wanted to be the villain this year. I said, "You can't be the villain. Look at you. You're adorable. You can't be a villain. It's not. It's not. It's not going to work." Hey, before I forget, you just had a birthday, so belated happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know how old I am, Ron?
Nobody's going to believe it, but you are 41 years old.
Yeah,
I'm,
41.
I'm looking. I'm looking. Nope. Nope. Unless you got Botox and filler just up out the ass in that face, you don't, right?
There's great genetics from mom and dad,
I'm
man.
looking. I'm trying.
And I
Let me
smile
see.
all the damn
Let
time.
me see you smile. Let me see.
Stay in the gym.
You're smiling
That's
right now. I don't. Where's all the lines? I don't see it.
my secret. That's my secret. Stay my ass in the gym and have a great.
Moisture. Do you moisturize?
Yeah, of course. Jergens.
Nivea makes a good one called anti-aging formula for men, guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. There we go.
It's not working as well for me, unfortunately, because this does crack, unfortunately. Yeah. So,
Hey, but all fairness, those Bumstead and him been like a 1 point difference, and it's gonna probably continue to be that type of close, calls. It's just gonna be on how someone's hitting their pose that time. Are they in condition? Or did they, are they? I'm sure everyone's gonna be in shape just by making their weight class. So it hasn't, the whole top 10 has been, pretty solid. But just being a 1 point difference for the last 3-4 years or whatever it has been.
so what improvements did you make to make sure that this time, if there is a 1 point difference or 2 point difference, it goes in BREON's favor instead of Chris's?
Well, we're working on making sure that the poses are solid. As much as you practice, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you might hit that thing not as in your favor, hit that pose in your favor, and we're just trying to make sure we got the right mindset going in. Change a couple things around to ensure that it's going to be, a different look. And I feel like it's working because you even said yourself, about the fullness of the muscle bellies and stuff. And we just making sure we got in the right, in the right form of that pose and the right, the right exercises to situate those poses. And we're doing so as a mindset. Also, the hard work in the gym is never. I mean, I never ever, have trained someone I could push so hard.
Really?
Like, and in the posing, in the training, in the what you got to go through with the cardio and the getting down to, we seen him in shape already at 200 pounds. He's in shape.
Yeah.
So you still got 20 to go. So that's like pretty hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, BREON, this is probably going to be your last year in Classic. That's my prediction. That's just the way I see your body wants to grow, and it's, to be 41 years old and still be putting on good, solid muscle mass and keeping a tight waist. That's almost unheard of. So it'd be kind of a shame for you to let that pass you by, just because this division says you have to weigh 180 pounds because you're only this tall.
Yeah. I agree with you, and I feel you, and because I feel like I have, shit. I mean, I started late in the game, Ron. In bodybuilding, I started at 32.
Yeah.
In 2002, I was 32.
Wow.
Excuse me. In 2012, I was 32. So I feel like I still have many, many more years in this game. As a bodybuilder, I'm still fairly new in bodybuilding. I feel at 8 years now. And so I feel like I have still a lot of growth to do and a lot even more maturity to do with my physique and with the muscle and more muscle to pack on for sure. So
I'm just curious, when people meet you, how old do they think you are?
they think I'm I've gotten 20s. I've gotten mid to late 20s. Wow. I've gotten early 30s.
Yeah.
Mid to late 20s and early 30s is what they think.
So if you were still acting, you could probably play a high school student, probably, maybe.
I don't know about that young, but
you ever saw the movie Grease? They were like all your age. Playing high
Yeah,
school kids.
God bless everybody who thinks I'm in my 20s, even early 30s, and but it's 41, man, 41. November 10th, big Scorpio.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Everybody want. You know what? You're too young to remember this. Chris knows. We were kids, but remember when like they used to say like, "What's your sign?" Like astrology was a really big thing in the '70s. Every guy wanted to be a Scorpio. Do you remember that, Chris?
Aha.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had, there was every sign had like attributes that they were supposedly known for, and Scorpios were the best lovers. So guys used to lie and say they were Scorpios, and they'd buy the pendant with the scorpion on it and everything. This is true. It's how stupid the '70s were. But anyway,
and see, it's a good thing you mentioned that, Ron, because I feel like my hairstyle is like a '70s look. I got the afro back. I have the thick sideburns.
I
That
like
I'm
the
gonna rock
sideburns.
at the Olympia. '70s, baby.
What do you think about taking the hair like real close though? Make your head look a little smaller so the body looks bigger. No.
Nah, I would say,
You've done.
yeah, I've done that. I've done that already with the closer shaved flat top has been closer shave. I've had it up top, but I like I think it's nice and classic too. To have an afro.
I think the ability to grow that type of hair at that age is goddamn good.
I mean, I've been around even from you don't have any bald spots, nothing, right?
Oh no, I'm good. My hair's still growing.
Damn it. Oh boy, you're doing it right, guy. Yeah, the only other guy that I know that rocks a really cool high top afro is I think he's with HD is Antoine. They call him High Top, Antoine Hamlet. Have you met him
Oh,
yet?
oh yeah, I know that
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
yeah. He's up there with
absolutely.
I think he lives in the Muscle Mansion. I might be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I know him. Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't met him, but I have met him because he did the Olympia last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Real.
how's the HD? HD has been in your corner for this whole year. How's that going along? How do you like the company, the other athletes, the products, all that good stuff?
Oh, everything and everybody is great. The products are A1. I'm marveled at when I look on the back at the ingredients on these products, man. I'm like, wow, this has this in it. Like our intra workout has all kind of stuff in it. They would think it's like a multivitamin.
Hmm.
And of course, the multivitamin has just anything and everything you can think of that you would possibly need. I'm very pleased with Dorian and Noah and how they put together the products and them really, standing behind having the most elite ingredients and the best ingredients and not cutting corners with anything like that as far as quality. So I would say we're one of the best in the biz right now as far as that is concerned, and it's just crazy how they're just signing athletes left and right and left and right and left and right.
In a
Uh,
pandemic.
Man, in the yeah, I signed with them in the middle of a pandemic.
I know. Yeah.
Signed with them before around Easter, which was in April.
Yeah. Everything was
Yeah,
locked up. I don't know
yeah,
how they.
yeah, in lockdown, and then after that, it was just like an avalanche of other athletes ever since then. So I'm surprised at how they're doing things, and man, big ups to HD. I call them high definition. Yeah, Dorian, and Noah, man, those brothers are doing great things. The rest of the athletes are great. We have some killer athletes too, man. We got a lot of top notch athletes.
I think it's pretty cool that they really get into the competition side, trying to be there for their athletes the best that they can, and whatever aspect they may be, having other coaches come in and help out in different areas to help strengthen the team.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty amazing. I think that's admirable.
Yeah.
And it's also good to see them signing actual champions who have done great things in the sport, like you have, Breon. They do have some. I think they have a couple people that are more social media famous too. Like you kind of have to these days. But there are other companies that's all they have are people that know if they weren't on YouTube or Instagram, they've never competed or they never won anything. So props to the Hamiltons. Is that their last name? Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Dorian, Noah, and Mariah. Let's not forget Mariah.
Yep. Not forget Mariah. Hamilton.
Handles all the social media and content. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they're doing good things.
They
Now,
are.
you've been an entrepreneur yourself. You had your clothing line. You've been doing coaching, and now you're coming out with some ebooks. Tell me about the ebooks thing.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, man. You have to, brand yourself and do other things in this sport and take advantage of what I'm so blessed to have is to be able to be the top in classic, be able to be, the top 1 and 2 in the world. So you have to be able to create a brand. And I'm so blessed to be able to have people in my corner to help me do that with my just pumping out YouTube videos every week. I have my website going now. It's forthedamnwin.com with
Ah,
2 ebooks on there. One for your lean muscle gaining, and then now you're shredding down. We call this the redemption ebook. This is the newest one. Yeah, and then I'll have some earn your damn pancakes, earn your pancake shirts on there really soon, probably hopefully next week. And then I'll have some at the Olympia for all the supporters and all the fans that are coming to the Olympia. Have those for you guys, and I really appreciate it and love everybody in their support.
best pancake place in Los Angeles area. What is it?
I'm just gonna go with CC's and then IHOP.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
IHOP.
East Cafe, IHOP.
Now IHOP's everywhere. Is it?
Yeah,
Have you eaten it at IHOPs all over the place? Or to you, are the pancakes the same? In California, and if you go to Florida or New York, are they all same quality? You think?
I would say IHOP is really consistent, man. IHOP is really consistent. I've eaten at a lot of IHOPs. They're really consistent with their pancakes. So they're amazing with their pancakes. But Cece's Cafe, for anybody that has not gone there in California,
Yeah.
I recommend. And their pancake list and their flavors are amazing and endless.
Where is it?
San Encino and Westlake Village,
Okay.
and they have one in Thousand Oaks as well.
Okay. So nothing in the Santa Monica, Venice, Marina Del Rey area, unfortunately.
No, they don't have a CC's out there.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's on the west side.
Speaking of CC, that's you, Chris. You know, you had such a great run as a competitor. Yeah, got nice transition.
That's a good segue.
You had such a great career yourself, Chris. Do you get the same kind of reward now coaching a champion like BREON as you did back in your day as when you were trying to win the Arnold Classic and Mr. Olympia?
Pretty close. High percentage. High percentage of feeling, the day of, you're gonna not really like nervous to perform, but like, okay, like, just thinking about the placings a lot, thinking about what you're gonna do to give yourself the best chance to win, and leading up to it. It's eternity for myself also. When it's 2 weeks out, it still like feels like it's like 6 months in real time.
Yeah.
All those different feelings, and you're going through the repetitions. When he finished a set, I'm feeling it also. I'm each repetition, each set, each round of posing. It's we both need to get re-energized when we come back and get our recuperation that night. It's gonna be another day tomorrow, and right now we just got the pedal down, feel, and we won't let off that thing, till next week, till the week of.
Yeah, because there are other coaches, a lot of other coaches in the game, obviously, and some of them work with tons of people, and you're only going to see them on a FaceTime or an email or some text messages. You're never going to get this kind of attention that you would. I mean, you're living in his house doing a training camp for the show,
Right.
and I feel like last year, Chris, you were even more upset than BREON when he didn't win. It seemed to me like.
Oh, I've been through a lot of missed calls, we could say. Over the years, those have been well documented.
Six in a row at the Arnold Classic, I recall. Yes.
I have 22 second places in my career. I got 36 top 3 placings, and I got 55 top 5 post downs. So I've done my thing in the sport. I did what I was supposed to do as far as I put my stamp on it and solidify myself as one of the best to ever do it. And I'm just I'm only here. That's what I tell people. I say, you got to get me while I still have this passion, because I have this passion a long time, and I still have it, but I don't know when it's going to run out. When it runs out, I'm done.
That's when he's out.
Hopefully not before this Olympia. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hopefully keep it going another 12 days or so, whatever we got left.
Yeah, but
Man.
I mean, you know,
But he works hard, man. He works hard with me, and I feel like he needs to nap when I nap, and he needs to, he needs to decompress and all that. He's still going through it when we go through it, man, because just failure sets when we do it, it's tough as well.
You know, and being upset, you know, I've been upset, you know, when I lost to Jay. We've been cool. Jay knows, you know, when I felt I should have beat him and I didn't do it, and I felt like I should have beat, you know, Flex Wheeler, and I beat him sometimes he beat me, when, you know, vice versa. It wasn't like no one had like a permanent. That's what I say. Is that it's not like a different direction if he wins or Bonsair wins, or so when the other guys comes up and get a victory or whatever. It's just about who's the best on that day and that time, you know, and that's how everybody is. And but yeah, I mean, shit. I'm gonna. It's nothing personal. No one should be calling people's names like some of these other people.
Who's doing that? No. I guess then you'd be naming names if you told me that. So
I want to go back and forth on the internet. You know, I guess if I have a certain feeling and that person's around, I'll probably say something.
well, you know, you would say it in real life to their face. You know, you're not doing it behind a keyboard or a telephone.
Do all that.
Yeah, Breon, just I never thought to ask you this, but do you wish you had been around and competing in the '90s when Chris was there and we had Milos, Nasser, Flex, Lee Priest, Vince Taylor. God, it was just such a Porter. We had such a talent pool back then. I personally believe you would have fit right in.
They had
Yeah.
Nasser, everybody.
Yeah, it was golden era. But you know, I don't like this. I don't like to sound like the guys today are crap. You guys are awesome too. It's just I don't know, Chris. Do you think it's because that's when we were younger that's to us that's like the golden era?
I think the way, you know, because they didn't see it all the time either, and we have to know about each other from across the pond, across the nation, and it was like the West Coast guys against the East Coast guys. That made it was a lot of fun, because even though, you know, it was like a rivalry like that, because I know all you East Coast guys thought you trained harder than we did, and we all thought different. You know, and we made it known. You know, especially when Kamala came over here and I had to give him a Swiss elbow to the face on the
swift one.
Well, I mean, because you know I was from Boston, but I lived there in the '90s, and I remember a lot of the Jersey, Boston, New York guys. These talk so much shit about the California bodybuilders, and I was thinking,
just because we had the beach air coming into Venice,
yeah, you're spoiled.
Cool. We had all the
stringers and women around.
Yeah, we had all the
It's
women.
true. But you know what I used to always tell them? I said, you should come out here and watch Cormier, Rico, and Flex train sometime. And I think you'd have a different attitude about all this, because these guys were doing like 405, 495 on the incline barbell every day, squatting 500 or 600, leg pressing 1500. You guys were nuts back then. It was awesome.
At the firehouse together.
Yeah.
Let the food go down, maybe have another meal, maybe go back and get another workout.
Damn.
That was on the daily that was our daily routine.
Yeah.
You never had to shovel snow. That's why we thought you guys were soft.
I know, that was the thing.
Snow sucks, man. I hate this.
I think we're at East Coast guys.
East Coast guys.
At least for the titles.
If you guys hear that one.
What do we call? What would Canada? Where would that fit in? They're not even a coast.
No, it was fun. We were just having a lot of fun. We'd be like really, you know, just laughing and talking about it, but we definitely would throw digs at each other about what East Coast or West Coast rivalry. Plus the rap game was the same.
Yeah.
Breon, I wish you'd been around back then.
When I hear about like how many times he competed throughout the year, I marveled at that, man. You know, touring and just how many
10
shows.
10 shows a year for someone who didn't work that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. People say, you know, people have all kind of stuff to say about what Chris did as far as focusing and all that, but you know, doing that many shows, you have to have a level, an elite level of focus and an elite level of dedication. So they have to always keep that in mind. And so what do I do? I've done 4 or 5 shows, or maybe 6 shows in the past 4 or 5 years. So You know, that's
Chris used to do 5 shows before breakfast.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. No comparison. No
I,
comparison.
dude, I remember if there was a show, any show, either Chris or Milos was probably in it, no matter where the show was or when it was in the year. Both of those guys did so many shows. You could pretty much count on either Cormier's going to be in it or Milos is in it, I guarantee you. And they usually were.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. It's just
But,
amazing.
it's a different era, different era.
Yeah, just to hold, to hold your diet in check for that long, and to just stay in it and to stay focused and locked in for that long.
The thing is, when you go to another country, you have different foods, and you got to find. At the time, they didn't have the meal prep places, and that didn't come until 2000, early 2000s. That even started. I started meal prepping, or someone making my food for me around that time. But yeah, to go to Russia or go to Germany or Spain, and you got to try to find some food that's gonna carb you up and help you get your look. You don't have. We didn't have people like today with the phones and the whole thing. You just had to we helping each other put our Pro-Tan on in our rooms and stuff, and it's just a whole nother game to get ready and prepared. Go to the gym, go to the sauna, whatever you got to do to try to look your best.
Yeah.
It's too much nostalgia. We got to get back to 2020 here, guys. But damn, I do miss those days. But all right, well, BREON, so the website is forthedamnwin.com.
Absolutely. There
It's
it is.
damn DAMN, right? Not DAM.
DAMN, yes.
Okay, good. I don't know if you're trying to be cute and leave the N out.
No,
So it's forthedamnwin.com. You can get the ebooks. And does that have links to everything else that you offer?
Yep, everything. Well, that's the only thing pretty much on there now, the 2 ebooks. The clothing will be on there really soon.
Because, not for nothing, but your clothing was pretty unique. Don't stop selling your clothes, because you're the only one selling like those old school shorts and the throwback color schemes and stuff like that. So please keep doing that.
Yeah, definitely going to continue to have fun with it. Going to continue to bring that to you guys and have fun with it with you guys, and it's very much appreciated. Again, with everybody out there supporting and appreciating what I bring to them and the uniqueness.
Yeah. Also have like a site that's Instagram that's dedicated towards the 90s and old school bodybuilding is C3 TV. You haven't checked it out. You guys got to check that out, because you're always going to get some raw footage that you've probably never seen before. It's going to get you hyped for that workout or hyped for that competition. And it's C3 TV, and also mine is my competition, Chris Cormier Classic, May 22nd. If you guys want to do a really good show, we're going to have some great prizes and some, sending people to the nationals and paying for it all to get there. And it's going to be a big show, May 22nd.
Where?
Yeah, that's going to be in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wisconsin. Interesting.
Down there, they give you a shot to get in with them and work with them, and Shredded Cheddar Productions, and yeah, man. So
I thought you were going to say Palm Springs. No?
I know I would love to. You should tell these guys that that's a go, because I've been trying to do that, for many years. I've been having roadblocks every time, so they'd say I wouldn't work there. But being from there, I think it's a different feel from someone trying to come in and do that has nothing to do with the city when I was born there.
Right.
Several years from now, the BREON Ansley Classic will be available to compete in, guys.
I know about several. That might be sooner than we think. I would love to have my own shows really soon.
Yeah,
So,
I think the shows that the bodybuilders promote, they tend to be better shows, just because it's not that promoters don't understand, but the people like yourself that have been up there and what the feelings, the needs, the concerns are. I think you just make it more comfortable for the athletes, a better experience for the athletes than maybe someone who doesn't have that background might. That's all.
Absolutely, and that's 1000% what it would be with my show. You guys can bet on that. And also, Ron, you got to help me out in campaigning to have the Classic Physique Showdown at the Olympia this year. First prize be at $95,000, and then we'll trickle down from there, because I think that we deserve that prize money that for it to be there. for it to start there with the draw, with the expectations, with the with all the buzz and the hype, and with I think the people that are going to be buying tickets and that are going to be tuning in on pay-per-view. So,
Well, what's first prize this year? Is it still like 30?
it was 40 last year. It was 40 last year. So
okay, so it's 40. They're not going to bring it down. It's 40 again this year.
I don't know what it is this year, but I think it could be 80 to 85, 95, 90, 95.
Well, let's do the math. Last year, 40. It was 40 grand to win the Classic Olympia.
Yeah.
It was 400 grand to win the Mr. Olympia.
I know, man. The offset. See, and I'm gonna say the big guys, the open guys, they're definitely going to be the draw for sure. Not taking anything away from those guys, but I do think that the classic division can hold its own as far as, like I said, draw and people buying tickets and paying for pay-per-view to see this event. The drop-off does not need to be from to 40.
Yeah, and if you're talking about younger fans, most of the guys I talk to that are like under 30, they seem to follow Classic more than they do Open. Like kids at the gym will come up and ask me about you or Bumstead or Keon, or it's younger guy. He's 212, I know him, but I don't hear as much concern as years ago. All you ever heard about was Mr. Olympia, Mr. Olympia, Mr. Olympia. Right. You didn't even. There were other divisions, but they weren't that popular. And like I said, yeah, you're right. I don't think the Open is 10 times more popular than Classic.
I don't think so. Even though I love those guys and I'm a fan of those guys. Of course. Very popular, and it's always going to be the draw. But we need to be closer. Closing in on that gap for sure. 100,000, man. Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say 95. Why don't you just go make it round it off to the full 100?
Yep. Just said it. 100. Just said it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dan, guys, Jake, anybody who's listening, think about it. These guys they're the future. This is what the kids in the gym want to look like. I don't know nobody in the gym comes up to me saying they want to look like Rami anymore. So, true story. But,
absolutely. Right. So let's make it happen. Olympia Committee and Olympia Brand, Dan, Jake, Dan, Solomon, Jake Wood. You hear me out there? Have me on. Let's talk about this.
Okay, I'll do what I can, BREON. I'll campaign for it. I promise you.
Or any sponsors that are listening right now that want to put their money up because they enjoy the Classic division and they want to see it just as much as the fans do, and they're excited to see it. Hit me up. Let's talk. Let's do an interview together.
Hey, Ron, you know how intense it gets, even in the audience, it gets really intense at the Classic division.
Oh yeah, I mean. They were going nuts last year with him and with Bumstead and them. Yeah, jeez.
It's cool though. I used to love that type of rivalry. When me and Flex used to go head to head, it was super intense in audience too.
Oh man, it's I remember several shows where it was you and Flex where I knew they were. Most of the time, I knew they were going to give it to Flex because he usually was just he could be like 10% off and win most of the time anyway, just because he was that gifted. But man, those were some battles.
Oh.
All right, guys. Well, you've been very generous with your time. It's probably time to eat again or do cardio or pose. You got a full day schedule, I know. So thank you guys so much for taking the time. Chris, thanks for sitting down on this. I took you away from PlayStation 5, Call of Duty Cold War. I'm sure it's an awesome game.
I had to go get him. Gift cards, PlayStation gift cards earlier today. He asked me to go get him gift cards from 7-Eleven.
Wow. What do you need gift cards for a PlayStation for?
I gotta buy stuff on there,
Okay. You buy more games. It's a whole other.
For this very thing right now. So
it's more paint.
Have my vest on, the bulletproof vest.
Wow. Unbelievable. Well, it's a lot of fun, obviously, these games, or people wouldn't spend their entire lives playing them like my son does. Anyway, cool. Well, guys, thanks so much. I will see you both in Orlando. So, guys, BREON Ansley, 2-time Olympia champion in Classic Physique, going back to get his title back. It's happened before. We saw Cutler do it in 2009. This could be the first Classic Physique Olympia champion to lose the title and get it back. I'll write that story I'd love to write that story. Shit. All right. So, guys, that's it. Thanks, everyone, for watching Ronline Report with BREON Ansley and Chris Cormier. We'll see you guys in Orlando for the Olympia weekend not too far away. Thanks for watching.
Much love, guys. Thanks. See you there.